Okay, so here are some extra problems for section 12.4. We're doing volume of a prism. So volume equals area of the base times the height. Well, the base shape for this one is this triangle. And that's really what's going to make this one a little more complicated, is trying to figure out, I know one side, the triangle, I don't know the other side. And this side's 15. Well, it's actually really easy, because if you realize that this is 3 times 3, this is 3 times 5, this must be 3 times 4, which is 12, because we have a 3, 4, 5 triangle for the base. So the area of the base is going to be 1/2 base times height, which is 1/2 9 times 12. Because for a right triangle, the base and the height are the same thing. So 1/2 of 12 is 6, 6 times 54, and then our actual height is 6. So the volume is 54 times 6, which is 300 plus 24, so 324 centimeters squared. Number 16 is the next one we're going to look at. Okay. Again, hopefully this is pretty straightforward. It's a cylinder. Volume is pi r squared h. So pi, the radius is 5, so 5 squared times 18. So you have 25 times 18, which, yeah, 450. Cubic yards. Sorry, let me get my, so 450 pi cubic yards exactly, and then decimal approximation times it by pi. And we get 1413.7. Yards cubed. Okay. All right then. Next example we want to look at is number 22 from homework, or number 22 from the book. Kind of an application problem. So in a sandcastle competition, contestants are allowed to use only water, shovels, and 10 cubic feet of sand. To transport the correct amount of sand, they want to create cylinders that are 2 feet tall to hold enough sand for one contestant. What should the diameter of the cylinders be? Okay, so they got to get 10 cubic feet of sand. They want it to be 2 feet tall, so they want the diameter. Well, volume equals pi r squared h. And our volume is 10. We don't know our radius, but we know our height. Okay. So what we really want to do is divide both sides by 2 pi. And you got to be careful when you do this on the calculator. You have to make sure you do 10 divided by, and then do parentheses. Oh. Turn off number lock? No. Divided by. Oh, that's how you get. Okay, never mind. 10 divide. Didn't realize it's command 4. 2 pi. And enter. And that gives us 1.59 something. So 1.59 equals r squared. Now, if you want to take the square root of that, it's really easy. You do second square root, second answer, because that's how you're going to take the square root of this. So now I'm going to plug it back in. You can do second square root, second answer. We get 1.26 feet is the radius. Well, now if I want the diameter, double it, 2.5 feet should be the diameter. Excuse me. Okay, then last example to take a look at, we're finding volume here. Find the volume of this three-dimensional solid. Now the key to this is recognizing what kind of shape we have built up. Well, the outside I think is pretty obvious that we have a couple of half cylinders. Okay. In fact, this half cylinder and this half cylinder make a full cylinder. So we really just have a cylinder. But then on the inside, we also have this prism. So we have a cylinder plus a prism. Well, cylinder is pi r squared h. Although this 4 they're pointing to, that's the diameter, so it's pi times 2 squared h, and the h is 8. Okay. The prism is area of the base times the height. Well, this base is a rectangle that's 5 by 4, and the height is again 8. Okay. So we get then 8 times 4, which is 32 pi, plus 20 times 8, which is 160. This is inches cubed. There's your exact answer. If you'd like a decimal approximation of that, 32 times pi plus 160 gives us 260.5. There we go.